好，各位大家好，今日呢段片咧就會講下2018年 DSE Paper 2嘅題目，做一啲嘅試題分析啦。今日嘅用嘅材料咧就主要有兩樣嘢嘅，第一樣咧就係呢一個嘅2018年嘅題目啦。其實就係嚟自DSE 官方嗰本past paper 嗰本嘢嘅。我自己用 Word 打咗之後就方便同大家分析啦。另一樣嘢咧，我會用嘅咧就係呢一個嘅嚟自 Join US 嘅呢一本嘅雞精書。呢本雞精書咧其實好正嘅，因為咧佢係有晒咁多年 past paper 嘅範文嘅。建議大家買啦。呢一段片其實就唔係侵權用途嘅，只不過係我自己買呢本書。純粹係我想即係同大家分析下點解啲範文係可以答到呢個題目嘅要求嘅啫。建議大家去買翻一本正本。OK。事不宜遲，開始啦。2018年第一條先啦。呢個咧就係當年咧就其實殺唔少學生個措手不及嘅，就係點解咧？就係呢一個係一個家長信。相信咁多位學生咧就係平時咧就睇家長信係睇得多啦，甚至乎係有時會幫阿媽簽名啦。講錯，對唔住，唔係幫阿媽簽名，即係幫阿媽填晒啲資料咁樣啦，俾阿媽簽名啦，係咪？自己點樣寫封家長信咧？真係好睇大家英文功力啦。但係其實説穿了，家長信咪即係一封 formal letter 咯。你寫俾家長，咁唔通你話 hi 咁咩？當然要係 Dear Parents 啦，係咪？上款下款搞清楚啦。再睇下啲角色啦。OK， 好，嚟 Chris Wong，嚟 Class Teacher of 6A， 佢俾咗個人名，俾一個角色你。你呢個喺下款你就一定要講清楚啦。OK。You'll be taking your class on a school trip next month to Sky 100, shown in the poster below. 天仔100啦。You're giving them the necessary information about the trip. You may use the mindmap to help you write your letter 啦。OK。留意你係 6A 嘅班主任啦。當然就因為呢個考試係4月考㗎嘛，唔會係中六學生啦。中六學生5月仲去天仔100咩？你就可以話你Primary 6嘅學生嘅班主任啦，係咪？有啲咩嘅 information 要講咧？佢又俾一個 poster 你啦，個 poster 就係話highest indoor observation deck in the city 啦。呢個你可以包括落去啦。喺邊度嘅咧？其實 ICC 全社你識唔識咧？西九龍啦，喺九龍站嘅啦。entrance fee 150蚊啦 ，opening hours 係10點到9點啦。嗱，留意。係咪每一樣嘢都要講清楚俾家長知道咧？第一，當年有好多學生咧，就連個 opening hours 都加埋落去。我想問，其實家長對於嗰個天仔100幾點開幾點閂有冇興趣咧？其實係冇興趣嘅喎。你需要講咧，其實係你幾點會去，幾點喺學校集合，或者邊個位集合，幾點解散，點樣解散呢啲，你作為呢個家長就會有興趣啦，係咪先？嗱，咁佢俾啲咩提示你咧？交通啦，點樣去嗰度啦？個目的喺邊度啦？午餐嘅安排啦，嗰個費用啦，係咪150蚊全部都係學生自己出咧，定學校有資助咧？仲有啲好緊要嘅嘢嘅。嗱，話明係 necessary information 啊嘛，即係你做一個家長，其實你呢個活動你叫咩名啦？你幾多號去啦？呢啲係一啲好基本嘅資訊嚟㗎，係咪先？當年考試就好多學生係講成篇嘢，連幾多號都講唔出嘅。你搞個班會旅行，你連幾多號去你都唔話俾家長知，咁家長點放心俾啲小朋友去咧？係咪先？第二，呢一個嘅活動其實係搞嚟做乜嘢嘅咧？即係你學生要出錢嘅，咁點解家長要學生去呢個九龍站嗰度睇呢個天仔100咧？你要配合啲學校嘅活動嘅，或者學緊某啲嘢噶嘛？呢啲就係佢呢條題目冇講清楚，但你要寫嘅嘢咯，係咪先？最尾有啲其他資訊嘅，即係例如要着咩衫褲啊，運動服定校服啊，使唔使帶啲零錢去準備有啲嘢買啊？又或者如果嗰日落雨啊，或者爆風球啊，點算啊？呢啲嗱，以上我講嘅嘢咧係條題目冇提過嘅，但係如果你係講得出嘅話咧，你嘅內容咧就一定係會比其他普通考生咧係出色嘅。 OK， 咁我哋睇下呢篇嘅範文佢點樣可以做到呢啲咁嘅目標，或者做唔到呢啲目標啦。OK， 好 ，Dear parents, guardians of Class 6A 嗱，留意有好多人就唔識寫啦，亂寫啦 ，Dear Sir or Madam 咁啦，其實又冇話錯嘅，咁但係其實如果你知寫俾 parents， 你咪寫 Dear Parents 咯。OK， 咁啊呢一個範文就好叻啦，有少少嘅敏感度啦，寫埋監護人啦。OK， 咁啊因為唔係個個學生都有家長噶嘛，有啲學生係可能單親或者係冇爸爸媽媽噶嘛，咁你咪寫監護人咯。咁啊冇家長一定有監護人噶啦，冇監護人讀唔到書噶嘛，係咪先？咁啊 Class 6A 啦，咁啊好清楚啦呢度。咁啊，如果上款係冇提名嘅，咁下款你就寫 yours faithfully， 又或者 yours truly 啦，跟住之後就 Chris Wong 啦，跟住就 class teacher of class 6A 咁樣啦。OK， 好，都係啦，我哋唔會 focus on language 嘅，主要都係 focus on content 嘅。咁但係都有啲嘢都需要大家知道嘅。嗱，例如 I am writing to give you information regarding， 咁啊呢啲係好標準嘅一啲opening 啦。咁呢個你要知道啦，係咪先？I'm writing to give you information regarding the school trip to Sky 100 next month. By visiting Sky 100, the highest observation deck in Hong Kong, we hope to provide an opportunity for the class to appreciate the beauty of the city line and harbour view, which matches perfectly with the theme of S6 Civil Education Class, Understanding Hong Kong. 嗱，今日非常之好啦，係咪？咁啊，原來咧係想欣賞香港嗰個美，香港嘅美。咁啊，其實咧同 Form 6嘅呢個公民教育咧係 match 嘅喎。咁啊有個 purpose 咯。As visitors stand in front of the full-height glass, the stunning view of the Victoria Harbour comes into sight, with shimmering water surrounded by hundreds of skyscrapers. Apart from that, the trip can serve as a great chance for the Form 6 class to relax and reunite after finishing the long battle of DSE examination. After graduating from secondary schools, barely can they meet one another that often anymore. Hopefully, this very last school trip can draw a perfect end to their 6-year studies. 今日兩個 purpose 啦，第一個 purpose 就係關佢個公民教試啦，第二個 purpose 就係想聚舊啦，咁都可以嘅。咁當年都有啲學生係講到呢一點嘅 ，OK， 即係幾個角度出發咯，唔單止淨係呢一個嘅學習層面，仲可以由呢個人際關係嘅層面啦 ，OK。The school trip will be held on 15 June。嗱，好緊要啦，日子啦，都係嗰句。嗰年有好多學生咧，係連幾多號搞都講唔清楚嘅。你唔好笑啊，其實分分鐘你寫嘅話咧，條頭毛冇提嚟咧，你自己都諗唔到㗎。Students will gather at school at 8:30 a.m. as usual. After taking attendance, we will get on a coach, which is expected to arrive at the spot at 10 a.m.After paying a visit, we will return at around 1 p.m. Due to safety concerns, all students have to depart from Sky 100 and return to school by the coach arranged. Upon reaching school, students shall have lunchtime as they did in the past, and no meals will be provided by the school. They are free to arrange how they treat themselves to this final school lunch they are going to have, leaving unforgettable memories to cherish for life. The total fee for the trip is $200, with $150 for admission to Sky $100 and the rest for transportation expense. 咁啊講得好清楚啦，係咪？咁嗱呢啲就係佢冇講佢冇要你講嘅資訊啦，幾多號啦，幾多點集合啦，係咪啊？幾多點走啦，幾多點架旅遊巴會離開間學校啦？咁呢啲就係其實家長最關注嘅資訊啊嘛。你同佢講個天際100開9點閂夜晚10點鐘，其實你對家長係冇任何幫助噶嘛。咁唔通學生喺嗰度朝早去嗰度留到夜晚走咩？係咪先？佢唔悶你都悶啦，係咪先？咁啊價錢啦，咁啊有啲係啦，咁你搭旅遊巴去，你要俾交通費噶嘛。咁呢啲就係 show 到嗰個學生係有 sense 咯，係咪？咁啊 lunch option 又係啦，佢哋學校食咁當年就有啲人就會話佢嗰度食。因為嗰度有啲唔知乜乜餐廳咁都 OK 嘅 ，OK。好，最尾一段 ，We will be grateful if you could grant permission for your child ward to take part in the school trip by signing the reply slip below and arranging for the necessary expenses. Should you have any enquiries, please feel free to contact me during school hours at 嘅一個電話號碼啦，或者呢個 email address 啦，係咪？Yours faithfully Chris Wong class teacher of 6A 嚇，留意啦，呢一 part 好多人唔記得咗啦，當年係啦。咁或者當年咧，其實佢嗰個答題紙咧就有下面嗰橛嘅，即係回條嗰一橛嘅。咁啊有啲人就諗啊，咁都有下面嗰橛啦，咁使唔使署名？咁梗係要署名啦，呢封信嚟㗎嘛，係咪啊？咁啊不過問得出呢個問題嘅人咧，多數都係讀啲中文中學嘅學生嚟嘅。如果你讀啲英文中學嘅話咧，你見慣校長簽名，梗係有下款㗎啦。你幾時校長冇下款嘅啫？你校長中文家長信都有下款啦，係咪先？即係你唔好犯埋啲咁低級嘅錯誤咯，寫信有上都冇下款。OK， 好啦，咁呢一個其實係一個好簡單嘅 task 之餘，亦都有好多 tricks 嘅，咁啊留意到啦。下一條第二條，咁啊 sports communication。You recently ran the Hong Kong Marathon for the first time。馬拉松啦，第一次啦。Write a blog to be posted on the Hong Kong Marathon's website to encourage other young people to take part in the next marathon。嗱，咁啊呢一個係一個 blog post 啦，即係網上嘅日記啦。但係咧，其實你係喺呢個香港馬拉松嘅網站出嚟嘅。咁你要記得呢一個目的咧，唔係俾你抒發感受嘅。呢個目的咧，某程度上咧係要鼓勵其他香港嘅後生仔咧去參加下一次嘅馬拉松。咁啊有啲 hidden 嘅 requirement 啦。咁啊，你要鼓勵人哋參加比賽，咁你要自己講下你自己嘅經歷先啦，同你自己感受先啦。咁呢一個部分係佢冇講嘅，咁但係佢 expect 你講啦。你冇攞成篇嘢400字，淨係鼓勵人哋去 take part in the next marathon 噶嘛。咁你都要講下自己嘅經歷，你從個經歷裏面學到啲乜嘢？同埋呢個係第一次喎。咁啊，可能你要講下點解你會決定參加啦。你個訓練嘅經歷係點樣啦？你比賽過有啲咩難忘嘅經歷？即係呢啲都係一啲佢題目上係冇講到，但係佢 expect 你講嘅嘢嚟嘅。咁啊，睇下範文佢點樣寫啦。OK， 好 time for marathon。咁啊係啦嗱，因為呢個係個 blog post 啦，咁 blog post 咧就應該係有呢個標題嘅。咁你可以加埋個 byline 啦。OK。即係 by Chris Wong， 多數有嘅。Can I finish the whole journey? Will I be the last to complete the run? Am I going to faint? You may have all these questions popping up in your mind when you are struggling whether to apply for a marathon。嗱，咁啊呢一個範文非常之好啦。咁啊一開始用咗一堆嘅問句開頭，咁啊因為呢個係一個比較 informal 嘅一個 text type 啦，咁啊就可以用好多問題啦，係咪？留意佢嘅pronoun 係用 you。OK。When you are struggling whether to apply for a marathon， 好啦，你喺度掙扎緊到底報唔報馬拉松好啦，咁你要諗下喎，上得呢個香港馬拉松睇呢個 blog post 嘅人應該都係諗緊會唔會報馬拉松啦，係咪先？咁正如你都唔會無啦啦走去撲克大賽嗰度睇下我想唔想報撲克啊，或者想報下象棋啊咁樣，你梗係想考慮下有興趣你先會去個網站啦，係咪先？ Well, I did too.I had never been a fan of long run, but to give myself a challenge, I participated in the Hong Kong Marathon for the first time recently 啦，要挑戰自己啦。Challenging as it may seem, trust me， 信我 Marathon is nonetheless one of the best events I've ever joined, with all its benefits and lessons that I can learn. Do not hesitate if you are considering whether to take part in it or not. Just do it。咁啊，呢啲有呢啲好經典嘅一啲鼓勵人哋嘅句子啦。OK。咁啊，呢篇文係你鼓勵人哋去參加馬拉松啊嘛，咁啊當然係一個好標準嘅 essay 嘅 structure 裏面，你就要3個原因去講下到底你學到啲乜嘢啦，喺呢個馬拉松嘅經歷上面，咁你先鼓勵到人噶嘛，係咪先？咁你鼓勵人哋做，即係你說人哋做一樣嘢嘅時候，嗰樣嘢一定要對佢有好處，佢先會做噶嘛，係咪先？咁邊3樣咧？第一句好清晰嘅 topic sentence。To begin with, joining a marathon can encourage personal growth， 可以促進到個人嘅成長。OK。To give myself a challenge before reaching the age of 19, I decided to join the run. It was of enormous difficulty for me to do a long run since, to be honest, rarely do I play any sports apart from having PE lessons. Guess what？ 嗱，咁啊留意呢啲好 informal 嘅字啦 ，show 到嗰個作者對於嗰個text type 嘅認知啦。OK。My friend's jaw dropped when I told them that I had applied for the marathon. What a great start！ 咁啊啲sarcasm 啦，啲諷刺啦 ，OK。Recalling my first running practice, I almost fainted on the street after running for just around 10 minutes. It was a disaster. However, with daily practice, I improved day by day. I never thought that I can actually finish the marathon, not until the day I made it. I would not go so far as to lie to you that it was a relaxing and easy journey to make. But I did realize good things come to those who take actions in life. With perseverance, nothing is insurmountable. Just like the DSE exam, which is a long and torturing battle for the youngsters. Yet, as long as you're willing to put your utmost effort, your sweat, tears, and blood will definitely be worth it at last. Nothing is impossible. Experience the marathon, and you will know. 嗱，留意呢啲咧，又係啲鼓勵佢哋去參加比賽嘅句子啦，每一段都有嘅。嗱，有承上啟下啦，下一段嘅 topic sentence。Apart from personal growth, marathon offers participant improvement on health, be it physical or mental。即係咧，除咗呢個個人成長之外咧，參加馬拉松咧，仲可以改善你嘅健康嘅，係身體上、肉體上同埋精神上嘅健康都可以改善嘅。When it comes to marathon, numerous running practices required beforehand. During regular long run practice, our blood flow around our body will be improved with an increase in our heart rate and stroke volume. Also, the metabolic rate will be elevated, helping to burn calories and excess energy in your body faster. If you're looking for a better body figure or method to lose weight, joining the marathon is, without doubt, your best choice. Apart from the benefits on your physical health, a myriad of studies have revealed that running regularly can reduce symptoms of depression and alleviate anxiety. Exercise triggers the release of endorphins, the natural painkillers that give people positive feelings. Every time I finish a running practice with my sportswear soaked with sweat, I feel tremendously satisfied and delighted. Some may doubt that running a marathon brings health risks, such as joint problems, back pain, and stress fractures, which in turn will harm our physical health. It is true that there are potential drawbacks, but as long as we pay attention to our health condition, do sufficient warm-up exercise and know our own limits, they can very possibly be avoided. 咁留意啦，其實佢啲 point 都幾詳盡下嘅，講下啲身體上嘅好處先啦，係咪？改善血液循環啦，呢個改善呢個心跳嘅率啦，同埋呢個stroke volume。OK， 即係嗰啲心嗰啲容量啦。OK， 咁啊呢個新陳代謝會改善啦，可以幫你燃燒卡路里啊，燃燒額外太多餘嘅呢個能量啦，咁嘅樣啦。OK， 咁啊減肥啦，咁呢啲就係一啲好好嘅好處啦。咁啊，然後咧，咁呢個朋友仔咧，佢就用咗啲方法咧，就支持啊，原來咧其實你精神上嘅健康都係改善㗎。咁啊有啲研究發現咧，佢可以減少呢個嘅抑鬱同埋咧焦慮症咁嘅樣。咁啊呢啲又係嗰句啦。咁啊studies 嘅話咧，其實英文作文咧就唔太考究你嘅資料嘅真確性，即係其實你話有啲研究做過咧，就係有啲咁樣嘅發現嘅，你唔係太離譜嘅話咧，其實啲 marker 大部分都會接受嘅。OK， 咁啊又係另一個方法啦，就係 every time I finish a running practice 啦，就用佢自己嚟做例子啦。咁啊除咗引用一啲嘅 studies， 就可以用佢自己嚟做例子嘅。OK。咁啊，仲用埋駁論添喎，咁啊有啲人就好擔心啦，跑馬拉松會受傷啦，其實就唔會嘅咁嘅樣。好啦，咁啊下一段啦。On top of the above benefits, you can acquire some life skills that can even help with your studies and work。除咗咧以上嘅好處之外咧，你仲可以有啲嘅生活嘅技能咧，仲可以幫你嘅學業同幫助你做嘢嘅。Having a tight schedule packed with tremendous amount of lessons and work, hardly can I squeeze out time for a run. Just to allow myself time to practice running, I need to arrange my schedule wisely and manage my time properly. In the long run, less time is wasted or whiled away, and I have more spare time to try new things out, be it taking up a new hobby or spending more quality time focusing on the tasks I have to do. We all get only 24 hours per day. Instead of grumbling about time passing fast, it is better to seize our day and make the most out of it. And the life skills we can hone is to achieve goals with detailed planning. Running a marathon is not only about the big day itself and the sense of big achievement afterwards, but also how we plan ahead, bit by bit, the long and tedious training process. You need to set up a gradually toughening plan that corresponds to your own capabilities and physical fitness level, and then dedicate yourself to it. There might be ups and downs in how you progress through your training plan, and you get to face these setbacks and go through all obstacles to ultimately reach your goal to finish the marathon. The same applies when we try to achieve our dreams, which also involves continuous efforts and earnest endeavor. Running a marathon can not only benefit your health temporarily, but also bring you some precious self-management skills that are tremendously useful for the rest of your life. 嗱，咁講咗好多嘢啦。第一咧就係時間管理啦。仲有咩咧？就係點樣可以計劃自己人生去達到自己嘅目標啦，咁樣啦，係咪？咁仲有咩咧？都冇啦，其實都兩個啦，時間管理同埋點樣可以達到目標啦，咁樣。好。Having this ultimately rewarding marathon experience, I am super glad that I had plucked up my courage to accept this challenge. Taking my runner mentality with me wherever I go, I feel like a better person. I can reassure you that marathon is a once-in-a-lifetime challenge which can give you immense satisfaction and offer you multiple benefits. Hope to see you in next year's marathon. Dream it, try it, make it. 嗱，咁有啲呼籲嘅行動啦，你記得其實你個 ultimate 嘅目標係你幫香港馬拉松去推廣啦，係咪？Hope to see you in next year's marathon. Dream it, try it, make it. 呢啲就係一啲好嘅呼籲方法啦。OK， 好，收到啦。好，下一條咧就係呢個workplace communication。You are the boss of Reboot Online Company and you have recently received complaints from some staff about the number of work-related emails and text messages received out of office. 好啦，咁即係咧，你係老細 ，OK？ 咁你嘅公司咧就係 Reboot Online Company， 咁成日都要咧收工，仲要 send 下啲 WhatsApp 啊 ，send 啲 email 俾你啲下屬嘅，咁有啲下屬咧就向你投訴。就話太多啦，佢覺得唔中意咁樣，咁你而家咧就要寫封信俾所有嘅員工去解答呢一啲嘅投訴啦，咁樣。咁留意幾樣嘢，第一就係咧，你就唔係回覆，你又唔係回覆緊你哋嘅投訴信，咁你就唔係 I am writing to reply to your letter 咁錯啦，當年係有啲人咁樣寫嘅。第二就係你寫封信咧，就係寫俾全部嘅員工啦，係咪先？咁你就唔好咁即係你唔好太過敏感，你就咁一開始就道歉啦，係咪先？唔係全部個員工都不滿公司嘅嘛，咁你就唔好 I am sorry 一開頭啦。第三就係其實你要明白到你員工投訴你啲WhatsApp 啊或者 email 太多，有好多時其實未必係公司嘅錯，有好多時係你嗰個工作性質係需要係咁樣，咁所以你要解釋清楚然後你就有啲解決嘅方案啦，係咪？其實呢篇文嚟嚟去去都係嗱，你作為你老細，你要解釋翻喺公司立場點解呢啲係咁需要先，係咪？然後因為有人投訴你啊嘛，咁你都要諗啲方法去令到呢個情況改善噶嘛，然後你再用幾段去講一講點樣可以改善呢一個情況咯，係咪？好啦，睇下篇範文點樣寫啦。OK， 好 ，Dear colleagues 大件事啦，呢一個嘅範文咧就犯咗一個好經典嘅錯誤啦。OK， 記得咧寫上款嘅時候咧，如果你唔係講一個人名嘅話咧，你係一個統稱，例如 Dear parents 啊、Dear teachers 啊、Dear students 啊咁樣，嗰啲嘅人嘅第一隻字要大楷啦，係咪 ？Colleague 個 C 都要大楷㗎。啲 staff members 都可以啦。I hope this letter finds you well。係一啲好經典嘅開頭啦，希望你一切安好啦。OK。 即係 I hope you're doing well 咁嘅意思啊。In this era of smart devices, with laptops, smartphones, and tablets that have network connection, technology has made us work and communicate more. Because of that, it has come to my attention that It has come to my attention that 最近我留意到 some of our colleagues have recently experienced frustration over the number of work-related emails and text messages they receive out of office. Some complain that their supervisors require them to work and respond to emails and text messages even after work office hours or when they are on leave. Others grumbled about the voluminous messages they receive from clients who expect them to reply promptly. The management heard your voices and we have devised some solution to the problem 啦。管理層聽到你意見啦，咁我哋會有啲解決方法嘅 ，OK。咁啊，我估咧應該就係3個解決方法啦 ，OK。To start with, no emails after work policy will be implemented。咁啊，有一個好清楚嘅 topic sentence 啦，收工就唔準 send email 啦 ，OK。You will not receive email notifications from the internal email system on your work cell phone or laptop after 8 p.m. Colleagues are also reminded not to send work-related emails or text messages after such hour. For emails or text messages from customers, you may inform them that the inquiries will be dealt with in due course on the next business day. The policy aims to eliminate the need for you to take work home, which can increase burnout and frustration. Often, this has even caused some of you to respond hastily to emails and messages, thus increasing the chance of making errors. At the same time, this policy helps preserve the work-life balance you are rightfully entitled to, and enables you to unwind after work so that you can come in the next day refreshed and ready to take on new sets of challenges. 咁啊，其實都講得幾好嘅。第一就係講下呢一啲咧，就係講政策嘅點樣推行啦。呢一度咧。另一 part 咧就係講緊實行呢個政策啲咩好處啦，咁啊講2個好處啦。第一個就係唔使嗱覆 email，咁啊覆錯係啦，你覆得快啊，錯得多啦。咁第二就係有個工作與生活平衡咁樣啦。好，下個啦。Having said that, it is understandable that your supervisors may on some occasions need to reach and discuss with you work-related matters after office hours due to operational needs。嗱，咁都啲營運需要嘅，咁你係老細啊嘛，咁你唔可以淨係去撐嗰啲投訴你嘅啲底層員工噶嘛，咁有啲中層員工都幫你做嘢噶嘛，咁你唔可以忽略佢哋噶嘛，咁啊，的確係嘅。你第時做嘢你就知啊 ，OK， 冇可能收工完全唔揾你㗎 ，OK， 因為一定有啲急事需要你做㗎 ，OK， 你收我工離開咗公司唔代表呢個公司係停晒運作嘅 ，OK， 咁啊，所以呢一個就係嗰句就 address 緊呢個事實啦。咁啊 ，it is suggested that colleagues should reach a clear consensus with their team leaders and supervisors regarding the post-office hour work arrangement。咁即係咧建議員工咧應該同佢哋嘅上司咧傾下，到底收咗工之後可以點樣去做嘢啦 ，OK， 個安排點啦。Some of our senior colleagues expect that their subordinates to answer late-night emails or texts. Junior employees tend to feel compelled to respond to these emails, as they may feel guilty of falling behind if they do not do so, even if a response is not warranted that night. Therefore, team leaders should agree with their subordinates on the preferred means to be reached after after work office hours. OK。咁即係同上司同下司應該傾一傾，你哋想點樣溝通啦？收工之後係咪要即刻覆㗎？There might be circumstances where a matter arises which require to be dealt with urgently， 係啦，緊急嘢啦 ，OK， 咁啊又係一啲即係你有冇留意成篇嘢其實冇用過sorry 或者 apologize 呢啲字㗎？因為其實某程度上你除咗要 take care of 嗰啲投訴嗰啲員工嘅感受之外，你都要 take care of 嗰啲俾嘢佢做嘅上司嘅一啲感受 ，OK。咁啊，你第2段同第3段都係有解釋過點解公司要咁樣做啦，係咪？咁呢度都係嘅。咁啊，呢一度嗰個方法係點咧？啲急事要點咧 ？In that case, the best course of action is to call the relevant personnel, instead of emailing or texting someone. If that person you need to reach doesn't pick up your call, you may then send a short message outlining the problem and asking for a call back as soon as practical. For messages from customers, you may wish to inform them of our company's new policy on out-of-office emails and text messages, and agree in advance on a way to get hold of the contact person in case of any emergency. This ensures that colleagues will only be reached when there's an emergency, and keeps your team away from their email inboxes or working group chats on WhatsApp so that they can really relax after work hours. 咁啊幾部分啦 ，OK， 你公司嘅員工啦，又或者係顧客咁樣。好 ，Finally, I wish to reiterate that the new policy is not intended to discourage diligent colleagues who have devoted hard work and dedication in our company's operation. Indeed, your valuable work ethics are highly commendable. 嗱，咁啊又補刀啦 ，OK。佢話其實咧呢個新政策咧，其實唔係喺度話緊嗰啲勤力嘅員工㗎，嗰啲勤力嘅員工嗰啲努力咧，其實我哋見到㗎，咁咪即係其實暗傳緊嗰啲投訴緊公司多 message 嗰啲員工咯。不過可能你讀唔到啦呢啲嘅字裏行間嘅嘢 ，OK。However, the management is also concerned with employees' wellness. At the end of the day, I wholeheartedly believe that everyone has a right to disconnect. That is to say, you are entitled to leave the office without the need of working at home. The after-work hours are for you to relax and get charged up for the work the next day, and I hope the above policies and suggestions will help you truly attain a work-life balance. Yours truly, Chris Wong. 留意呢一 part。OK。Chief Executive Director Reboot Online Company， 咁呢一 part 有好多人會唔記得㗎啦，咁啊再重申多次啦，就係、如果嗰條題目已經俾咗你個人名同埋角色你嘅話咧，你寫封信嘅話咧，你封信下附咧應該係講埋佢哋個角色嘅 ，OK？ 收到嗎？收到，下條 ，OK， 好啦，咁啊第四條啦 ，Social Issues。You write an advice column for Teen Magazine and you have received the following letter. OK， 咁你係一個專欄作家，你係寫嗰啲解難嗰啲專欄嘅，咁啊嗰個 magazine 就叫 Teen Magazine， 咁啊其實佢已經暗示咗你嘅讀者係一個年輕人啦，咁你寫呢封信嘅時候，你就要用一個年輕人嘅角度去出發啦。唔好意思，係你寫封信嘅時候咧，你個對象咧應該係個年輕人，所以你應該咧從佢哋嘅角度去諗下嘅，佢哋想讀啲乜嘢咧，佢哋有啲乜嘢嘅問題需要解決咁樣。You have received the following letter. I've been thinking about my future. I love animals and I've always wanted to be a vet. OK， 係一個想做個獸醫，好中意動物。But when I told my parents, the first thing they said was no. I feel really frustrated. What should I do? JC, 16 years old.Write a letter of advice。咁留意咧，嗰年嘅題目咧，呢一條係其中一條最多人揀嘅題目嚟嘅。咁點解咁多人揀咧？其實就好簡單啫。大家都年輕人，咁啊，都係中六嘅學生喎。咁大家都係煩緊 JUPAS 嘅嘢啦。咁啊，當然就係好身同感受啦。有好多時你自己想讀某一科，你阿爸阿媽就唔俾你讀嗰科，咁你自己都有啲感受咁樣啦。同埋某程度上呢一個係。望落去係比較易寫嘅，咁啊，所以咧當年係好多人揀呢條嘢嚟嘅，咁唔係第一咧，都係第二㗎啦。咁啊，不過咧就係好多人擁埋去寫嘅同時咧，都係有好多參差不齊啦。咁啊，一睇一眼你就知道有邊啲係叻，邊啲係唔叻啦。咁啊，包括就係、其實你對於香港讀獸醫知幾多嘢咧？知唔知香港邊間大學有得讀獸醫咧？知唔知？難唔難入咧？或者如果你唔喺香港讀獸醫嘅話，你可以喺邊度讀獸醫咧？呢一啲咧就係喺 content 上你叻嘅人同埋差嘅人嘅嗰個分領位啊，就係爭咗呢一度啊，係咪啊？好啦，咁啊，另外就係你係一個專欄作家啦，咁啊應該係你年紀比較大先會寫專欄作家啦。咁啊，你可唔可以作一個有利自己立場嘅一個角色，從而可以同呢一個嘅16歲嘅 JC 説教咧？咁呢一個就係一個好重要嘅嘢啦，係咪先？咁啊，都係睇下範文做唔做到呢樣嘢啦。OK。好。Dear JC, I'm sorry to hear that you're having a hard time thinking about your future. 嗱，咁啊有一啲好經典嘅一啲letter of advice 嘅字啦。I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Back then, My parents weren't supportive on what I like to pursue as well, so I totally understand how frustrated you are. Don't worry, I will help you get through this. It's alright. 咁啊，呢一啲嘅 personal letter 咧 ，DSE 就唔算出得好多嘅，但係咧呢一出咧好簡單，兩隻字。懶 friend，OK， 咁啊扮 friend 就 OK 嘅啦。咁啊對唔住啊，即係聽到呢啲咁嘅問題咧，我真係覺得好唔開心啊。不過你唔使驚㗎，我一定會幫你㗎，我幫你幫到底㗎。你一定會得㗎咁樣，即係你講呢啲説話咧，咁個考官就話好啊呢個 OK， 完全係 show 到你嘅 sympathy 嘅同情啊 OK， 咁啊呢啲考官最中意啦。好，咁啊記得啦。咁啊，呢個係一個letter of advice 啊嘛，咁你當然要俾建議佢啦。咁佢阿爸阿媽話唔得，咁啊有3個建議啦。咁啊睇下佢俾咩建議啦。OK。Communication is the key to resolving conflict. When you first told your parents of your aspiration, they immediately rejected you. Yet, why don't you try to figure out the reasons why they are opposing? 嗱 ，why don't you 啦？點解你唔去啦？呢啲喺度經典嘅 letter of advice 嘅一啲 phrases 啦。Knowing their thoughts and justification behind their opposition, you can see if they actually have sound arguments. In case the problem they raise can be resolved, let them know your suggestions. Apart from understanding what they are thinking, you should also tell them how passionate you are when it comes to animals. Between lines, I can feel that you have a genuine desire in being a vet. Touch them with your burning enthusiasm. I can still remember the warm smile on my mom's face when I told her how much I like to be a writer. If you and your parents are not willing to exchange your thoughts, possible misunderstanding in between can hardly be cleared up. Surely, your parents must be happy to see you chase after your dream and shine bright like a diamond. Have a chat with them sincerely. 咁啊，第一個建議就係要溝通啦 ，OK。咁啊，見到佢有個好清晰嘅 topic sentence， 有一個好清晰嘅concluding sentence。咁啊，另外都用一啲佢自己嚟做例子啦。OK， 咁啊，呢啲係一啲好經典嘅一啲letter of advice 嘅一啲手段。After having a heartfelt conversation, I advise you to take different actions to convince your parents that you're devoted to being a vet。咁啊，又係成上睇下啦。咁啊，有個溝通之後咧，就可以做一啲唔同嘅行動咧，去令到你嘅爸爸媽媽都係說服咧你係好想做一個獸醫嘅。A possible reason why your parents stop you from being a vet is that they are afraid you may give up halfway through the journey. As a degree in veterinary medicine, it can be very expensive. Therefore, to persuade them that this is not an impulsive move, you can try to apply for some after-school courses related to veterinary training. As far as I know, the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, SPCA, has offered programs and lectures regarding basic veterinary duties 啦。咁啊留意咧，呢啲係唔一定係真嘅。你吹水就得㗎啦 ，OK？ 你個考官唔會攞部手機出嚟咧去撳下係咪 SPCA 係咪真係有啲 workshop 係俾啲中學生參加，去可以令到佢培養佢做獸醫㗎，係唔重要㗎 ，OK？The society also provides different sorts of volunteer work for animals which you can have a taste of. By showing that you're devoted and determined, you can convince your parents that you're well prepared to realize your ambition. Okay? 咁啊，有一個好好嘅一個concluding sentence 啦。好啦，最尾啦 ，OK。Another concern might be that since there's no bachelor program in veterinary medicine available in Hong Kong 啦，當時係2018年咧。應該係嗰時係仲係傾緊開一個城大開一個獸醫嘅 program 俾 JUPAS 教生讀嘅啫，嗰時仲係籌備嘅階段，咁所以咧嗰陣時係啱嘅，而家就當然唔係啱啦，而家就當然城大係有獸醫讀啦 ，OK？ You must study abroad if you choose to be a vet. Your parents might be worried that you may not be able to take good care of yourself away from home. Therefore, to eliminate their worries and gain their trust, you could avoid relying on them too much in daily life. For instance, you can try to take up more responsibilities at home, make mature decisions, and illustrate comprehensive vision. By accomplishing all these, I'm sure you can give your parents full confidence that you're well prepared for chasing your dream against all odds. OK， 咁非常之好啦。咁啊〜 好，最尾啦 ，OK。我係咪要 highlight 嗰個 advice 啊 ？OK good。咁啊 advice 就係中間啦 ，OK。好，最尾 On top of the above advice, one last thing you could do is to show your parents the benefits of being a vet. Okay, I always see having a clear target for the future as a real blessing, since you can then have strong motivation for work. Seeing the right collars packed in NTL stations like zombies every morning, I have a tremendous sense of pity on them. It's actually really lucky for you to be passionate on something which you can turn into an everyday job. At least, you won't be easily bored of it. Most importantly, given that being a vet requires professional qualifications, the terms and prospect of employment are quite ideal. A friend of mine who is lately working as a vet in the government receives a monthly salary of over $40,000. Compared to the average salary of fresh graduates, this is almost 2 times as much. By showing your parents a myriad of benefits which you can enjoy in the future, I'm sure that they will change their mind. OK， 咁非常之好啦。咁做獸醫有啲咩好處咧？咁你個好處就係賺錢啦。OK， 咁用一個朋友嚟做例子啦。咁又係你可以作嘅。OK， 你唔一定係有個朋友係做獸醫嘅，你可以係姨媽姑姐啊。表哥啊、阿哥細佬妹啊，你作一個都得㗎。你話你自己有個哥，其實你自己冇個哥都 OK 㗎。OK， 佢唔會真係知道你有冇個哥。好 ，It's never an easy mission for one to strike for their own ambition, especially in Hong Kong, where parents place much control over their kids' future. Remember, if you want it bad enough, you can always make it. Believe in yourself and overcome all the seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Wish you great success in your future. OK， 咁因為呢一個係一個專欄啦，咁你唔會 expect 嗰個 JC 會寫翻信俾你啦，咁你就唔好寫啲咩write soon 啊 ，I think it's time that I sign off now 啊，或者 hope to get your letter soon 啊，咁呢啲就係 inappropriate 啦。OK， 咁你唔識佢噶嘛，其實上 best regards Chris， 咁你寫 best 又得啊。best wishes 又得啊，咁 love 就唔好啦，咁你又唔識佢，你 love 乜嘢咧 ？OK， 好，繼續咁咧，第5條 Learning English through debating. You are representing your school at an international debating competition. 咁咧就係你係要代表學校咧參加一個嘅highlight 咗添。你要代表學校參加一個國際嘅辯論比賽，咁即係你寫個辯論稿啦。OK， 咁個議題係乜嘢咧 ？The policy of reporting students' class positions should be abolished。唔應該話俾學生聽佢哋嘅成績，全班排第幾名。咁你可以支持或者反對，你要寫一個辯論稿。咁幾時都係啦，你無論你個議題乜嘢都好咧，你首先要問下自己，到底你對辯論你熟唔熟先？你有冇參加過英文辯論？你有冇睇過人哋打場英文辯論？你有冇去了解過英文辯論嘅一啲語言係點樣寫？評判主席在座各位英文點樣講 ？OK， 我方認為論題必須成立，你識唔識講？正方嘅英文識唔識傳？呢啲嘢咧，其實你喺準備 DSE 嘅時候咧，你就應該要背好，因為 Part A 有可能會出嘅。如果 Part A 會出嘅，你唔識嘅話咧，咁真係再見拜拜㗎啦。如果你真係好 make sure 自己好熟呢個 debating 嘅格式，咁我覺得你再睇下你嗰個辯題。到底呢一個嘅辯題你有冇信心可以講3個獨特嘅 point 去拗支持或者反對咧？其實嗰年咧呢一條題目咧都又唔算好多人答，又唔算冇人答，算係中間啦。點解會咁樣咧？其實都難拗㗎，其實係咪啊？你記得你嘅讀者係一個在職老師喎，咁現職老師可能對呢一個嘅議題自己又會有啲睇法㗎喎，咁所以呢一條其實未必好難拗喎。好啦，睇下呢個嘅sample writing 佢點樣講呢樣嘢啦。OK， 好 ，Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, honourable adjudicators, worthy opponents。就係頭先我所講嘅啦，主席。評判在座各位大家好，呢個就係英文版啦。咁呢個你真係而家都唔識嘅話，咁你就而家背咗佢啦，係咪？每日朝早，如果你 study leave 嘅話，你每朝都背下呢啲咁嘅字啦。每一個嘅 text step 都有啲呢啲字要背㗎嘛，係咪？ Today's motion is the policy of reporting students' class position should be abolished. We, the affirmative side, strongly believe that the policy does more harm than good to students. We are going to demonstrate how reporting students' class position can be detrimental to students' personal growth and social life. 咁非常之清晰啦 ，OK。今日議題乜乜乜，咁我哋正方咧就認為呢個咧係弊多於利。要講下兩個角度，就係呢個個人成長同埋呢個社交生活上面啦 ，OK。好。To start with, showing students academic rankings will place immense pressure on them 好大壓力㗎。Imagine 我唔用下咧，我用 Imagine 嗱，呢啲咧喺個辯論會常用嘅一啲手段嚟嘅，你叫嗰啲在座各位或者叫對方想像一樣嘢。Imagine receiving a result report showing your ranking as the last of the class. How would you feel? Awful, I guess. Yet, what makes you feel worse is when you have to show your report with your position clearly stated to your parents. You can foresee how your father or mother will grumble about your unsatisfactory performance and take a series of follow-up actions, such as forcing you to attend endless tutorial classes and do voluminous revision practices. You 係咪啊？想像啦，帶動在座聽眾去嘅情緒啦，去令佢哋覺得你嗰邊先啱啦 ，OK。Being the worst of the class already stresses you out. With extra criticism from parents, can you imagine how heavy the burden is? Okay. What happens to students who rank first is similar. Certainly, coming first is something worth celebrating, but immediately, you start to worry about how to keep it up. If you fail to rank high next time, your parents will question if you have really tried your best, adding pressure on you. So you will need to try extra hard for fear that someone else will surpass you. How tiring this is! Undoubtedly, knowing their own positions brings tremendous pressure on students, which is detrimental to their mental health. Numerous suicidal incidents of primary and secondary school students take place every year, showing how much pressure Hong Kong students face. By abolishing the policy, we can give a hand to relieve those poor kids' stress and tension 啦。留意咧，佢係用時事嘅 ，OK。早幾年咧就係好多學生係連環跳樓死亡啦，係8日裏面有7個跳樓啦咁樣。講得得時事嘅，咁就係呢啲辯論你需要有嘅一啲技巧咯 ，OK。你要問下自己你有冇呢啲技巧，冇技巧嘅話咧就唔好去答呢條題目啦 ，OK。唔好出醜啊 ，OK。唔好自暴其短。Another drawback is that reporting students' class position will lead to comparison among peers, hampering the relationship among classmates. 好啦，咁講完精神壓力之後咧，就講人際關係嘅影響啦。OK，會影響同學關係變差。Striving to be the first in class is every student's ultimate goal in studies. Hardly could it be possible that someone would like to rank last. Sometimes, students are not mature enough and will take ranking as a standard to determine and label one's personality and abilities. Students may keep the low-ranking classmates at a distance or even bully them. This may sound ridiculous, but it's exactly what is happening right now in primary or even secondary schools every day. To avoid such an upsetting scene, there's certainly a need to abolish the policy of showing students ranking for the sake of a healthier learning environment for the students. OK， 清晰啦。排得差就俾人蝦啦，係咪？The opposition side may claim that the competition created by exposing students' class position can motivate students to improve their academic performance. OK， 對方可能會講乜乜乜啦，咁呢啲係駁論啦。Knowing that they are ranked in a low position, students will understand that they need to work harder and thus put more effort into studying. We understand that the policy can serve as a motivation, but this is neither the only way nor the appropriate method. OK， 我方明白呢一個咧可以係一個極力嘅方法，但我方認為咧呢一個唔係一個最好嘅方法。OK。If disclosing students' academic rankings in class can lead to all these negative consequences on their personal development and social life, why do we still insist on using this method? Given that there are so many alternatives out there. For instance, through telling students their grades on respective subjects, they can also know how well or poorly they performed, and the more detailed feedback can help students come up with specific ways for improvement. By comparing the current result with the previous ones, students can have a more individualized view on their academic performance and implement corresponding remedials if needed, without falling into the internal loop of peer competition, which results in peer pressure. 好啦，佢就都 OK 嘅個 point 就係話其實咧與其同佢講話個排名，咁不如就將佢同佢上次考試嘅成績比較啦，咁咪顯示到自己進步定退步咯。又或者不如去俾一個更加 detail 嘅 feedback 學生咪仲好，與其講個數字俾佢聽，咁呢都係一個有力嘅駁論嚟嘅。有好多學生咧都覺得我咧中文老師咧就教我咧一定要駁論，咁咧通識老師教我要駁論，咁所以咧英文就一定要駁論啦。錯，excuse me。英文咧係唔一定要駁論嘅，你駁論寫得唔好嘅話咧，你分分鐘咧係令到自己嘅 content 係削弱嘅。嗱，你駁論咧一定係要駁對方最有力嘅 point， 然後咧你嘅原因咧係唔可以係你要同意佢哋嘅最勁嘅 point 嘅，咁咪削弱咗你自己嘅論據咯，係咪？咁好多學生就傻更更啦，去揀人哋最勁嘅 point 啦，而你又駁唔到人哋嘅最勁嘅 point 咧，咁你駁嚟做乜嘢咧？係咪先？咁你就唔好提啦。又或者你個駁論其實係唔知你拗緊乜嘅，或者你拗得好冇道理嘅，咁樣又唔得啦。OK， 咁呢一個係 OK 嘅，唔錯，啲 point 係駁得 OK 嘅。OK， 好，最尾一段。Ladies and gentlemen, the justification that I put forward above shall uphold today's motion。好啦，在座各位，我今日我以上所講嘅嘢咧，可以印證到咧今日嘅論題咧必須成立嘅。OK， 其實就唔係 uphold 嘅，因為個論題係should be abolished 應該廢除，係uphold 啦。OK，Our second speaker will talk about other drawbacks regarding the policy, and our third speaker will use data and statistics to illustrate how harmful the policy is. I hereby call for your support in the motion. The policy of reporting students' class position should be abolished. Thank you. 今日多數咧，如果你係一個captain 啦，即係你一個隊長嘅話咧，你就會講我哋嘅第二個辯論員又會講乜嘢啦，第三個辯論員係講乜嘢啦。咁呢啲有一啲好標準嘅一啲debate 嘅啲 procedure 嚟㗎啦，咁你唔識你就而家 make sure 你要學啦，一係就唔好寫啦咁樣。其實呢篇辯論稿係 OK 嘅，咁我唯一覺得唔係幾好咧，就係你攻擊對方攻擊得唔夠多。多數辯論咧就中英文都係㗎啦，你好多時都係攻擊對方嘅弱點啊咁樣。唔夠火熱，咁我都 OK 啦。咁可能真係呢個同學仔本身唔係打開辯論咧咁樣。可接受嘅。最尾重申多次啦，就係如果你真係想喺 DSE 咧作一個 debate speech 嘅話咧，一定要familiarize yourself with 嗰個debate 嘅 procedure。OK， 明白嗎？好，下條。好，咁咧就第6條，咁呢個咧就係當年又係比較拗爆頭啦，就係 athleisure 啦，就係嗰啲運動休閒服裝啦，又係即係大家學生冇乜點接觸嘅，但係其實可能你自己都着緊嘅。OK，Athleisure is currently one of the biggest trends in the fashion industry. This is the term for clothes that can be worn both for exercise and as everyday wear。即係嗰啲人咧着嗰啲波衫啊、跑衫、跑褲啊，用嚟平時出街咁樣，都大班人都係咁樣啦。OK， 所以你應該會熟嘅。但係咧條題目咧就叫你寫呢樣嘢喎。Write an article for the local newspaper explaining possible reasons。係啊，又 highlight 咗添。Explaining possible reasons for the rise in popularity of athleisure。留意 reasons，多數都係3個啦。呢個係 feature article，其實都係一個有少少似係議論文嘅解釋啦。點解而家咁多人咁樣着咧？3個原因啦，你當好。另外咧，因為呢個係 feature article，咁所以咧應該係有啲 interaction 嘅成分在呢個入面嘅咁樣。OK， 好。 The Rise of Athleisure by Chris Wong。咁啊呢個 feature article 啦，應該已有梯度，應該已有 byline 啦 ，OK？ 咁啊做得到啦。Nike、Adidas、Lululemon、Under Armour。Though these are some big athleisure brands whose names are familiar to people all over the world。咁啊一開始就用一啲例子去引入啦，非常之好啦。Made up of athletic and leisure。Athleisure refers to athletic apparel that can be worn by people for both sports and general use。咁啊又係定義啦 feature article，因為可能唔係個個都熟 athleisure 噶嘛。Walking along the streets, one can easily find people putting on an item from one of the brands mentioned above. Indeed, the rise of athleisure is one of the biggest trends in today's fashion and retail world. How has the athleisure trend become so red hot? Here are the reasons。咁呢個就係一個 topic sentence 啦，係咪？咁啊講原因啦。第一個 The most significant factor contributing to the athleisure trend is the increasing popularity of a healthier and more athletic lifestyle。就係而家啲人咧就想有一個健康啊，更加活躍嘅一啲生活嘅方式啦。In recent years, perceptions of healthy living are shifting from mere physical health to a much more holistic view, where exercise and mental well-being are seen as a whole entity. Public awareness on the importance of regular exercise to maintaining good physical and mental health has reached its unprecedented peak. The increasing prominence of social media in people's life also serves as a catalyst to the phenomenon, with celebrities and other fitness KOLs sharing photos and videos about their workout routines and athletic lifestyles on Instagram. Many members of the public are inspired by this Instagram-led culture around healthy living and become fitness enthusiasts who participate more in sports activities such as gymming, yoga, and dancing. In fact, the gym, being once somewhere people would die of embarrassment if they were seen working out in, has turned into a place which people now tend to flock to. The oversized, sweaty t-shirts which gym goers used to wear have also been transformed into outfits that people look and feel good in, and are therefore carried around during lunch hours to the gym and back to the office. The phenomenon goes hand in hand with a drastic increase in the demand of athletic garments, creating a lucrative market segment for athleisure brands. 咁啊，總之佢就係講啊，而家咧啲人越嚟越重視健康啊，咁啊就IG 啦，好多人就去做 gym 啦，係咪啊？咁啊佢哋又想做啦，然後咧而家佢哋就唔怕污糟啦，係咪啊？唔怕醜啦，係咪啊？唔怕俾人見到做 gym 啦，係咪啊？咁啊，因為佢哋個生活習慣改變咗嘛，咁連佢哋個 fashion sense 都改變咗啦，係咪啊？唔怕去着啲運動衫當平時衫着啦 ，OK？ 好啦，咁啊第二句嘅 topic sentence 又係有啲承上啟下嘅作用嘅，好冇？咁我下嚟啦。The embrace of a more active lifestyle means that people are demanding more functionality from their wardrobes, and that brings us to the next point. Athleisure wears has an edge over other types of clothing and apparel in terms of both functionality and comfort。咁啊，即係嗰啲運動休閒時裝咧，其實有啲好處嘅。第一咧就係functionality 啦，佢個功能啦；第二就係 comfort 啦，舒適度啦。Owing to innovations in textiles and technology, the functionality of contemporary athleisure wear has been substantially improved. Athleisure brands have produced athleisure apparels that are more durable, lightweight, and waterproof, thus enhancing users' sports performance while ensuring maximum comfort at the same time。即係咧，就好，即係佢last得好耐嘅件衫，又輕啦，又防水啦，咁樣。Notably, much of the athleisure wear out there is weather adaptive, or 適應天氣啦 ，OK, which means that it is perfect for any weather. For instance, a heat gear T-shirt from Under Armour is ideal for summer as the sportswear fabric is sweat absorbing, wicking any moisture away from the skin and keeps your body cool and dry. Similarly, athletic overcoats or hoodies aim to keep your temperature at bay. This stands as a stark contrast with other types of clothing which may look good but are uncomfortable to wear, or those that are functional but at the expense of fashion. With athleisure wear, such kind of frustration over the clothes in your wardrobe has fortunately been eliminated。咁啊，非常之好啦，講得有功能、有舒適，OK， 唔似有啲 fashionable 嘅 clothes 咁樣得個樣，OK， 着落唔舒服嘅。好，最尾啦。Because of its balance between functionality and comfort, athleisure wear is also popular among people who are not fitness enthusiasts, for it can be worn anytime and anywhere。咁我重點就係 anytime anywhere 啦，幾時着邊度着都得啦。Athleisure wear allows easier mix and match by users than other types of clothing and apparel. Going down the street, one can easily see people wearing Nike t-shirts or sneakers with a pair of trousers. Athleisure wear also brings gym goers great convenience, for it can be worn both at the gym and in other locations. In fact, the athleisure trend has become more welcome and accepted as social events and parties. Some companies nowadays even encourage employees to wear casual at work. As a result, the athleisure trend goes beyond a pursuit of a healthier lifestyle to symbolize a more laid-back way of life that emphasizes on apparel's comfort and functionality. 即係幾時着都得啦，出街着又得啦，做 gym 着又得啦，社交場合又得啦 ，party 又得啦，返工都得添。OK。As seen above, the athleisure trend combines fashion and sportswear, creating garments that are both functional and comfortable. Okay. The booming athleisure industry is a testament to people's pursuit of an athletic and healthier lifestyle over a merely laid-back one. With a shift in perception and culture towards a more sporty way of life, it's likely that the athleisure trend will persist and continue to grow. 咁啊，好好啦，咁我 highlight 最尾嗰段 highlight 嘅就係佢重申翻嗰段嘢嘅重點啦。OK，functional、comfortable。OK，healthy lifestyle。OK，咁 anytime anywhere 咁啦。咁啊，最尾就有個prediction 啦，就係只會越嚟越多人着，越嚟越大個 trend。OK，咁啊 OK 啦，冇問題啦。OK， 好，下一條啦，第7條。The Hong Kong Academy for Performing Arts wants to encourage more people to watch stage plays。OK， 咁啊，當年咧就有啲同學仔咧係唔識呢個字點樣解嘅 stage plays，就係講嗰啲舞台話劇啊。OK，To do this，they want to show video recordings of live drama performances from theatres all over the world。佢想播啲錄影啦。OK，You have just watched one of these recordings. Write an article for Showbiz magazines discussing whether these recordings are a good way to attract more people to watch stage play. OK， 嗱，第一，你係寫緊呢個 Showbiz magazine， 咁即係咧，你係寫緊俾一啲對於entertainment 對於娛樂有興趣嘅人睇嘅。OK， 可能咧有啲甚至係一啲drama 嘅 lover。OK， 今日嚟討論一樣嘢咧，就係到底喺呢個 HKAPA 即係演藝學院嗰度播一啲呢一個嘅 drama 錄影，咁啊從世界各地嘅，咁你覺得可唔可以鼓勵到啲人咧去睇一啲現成嘅一啲話劇咧，即係從一啲錄影裏面鼓勵到更加多嘅香港人去睇一啲真人扮嘅一啲話劇。OK， 今日你要討論呢一個嘅做法，可唔可以吸引到更加多人去睇呢個 stage plays 啦？咁啊又係呢一個其實係一個 feature article， 其實都係一個叫做有議論成分嘅文章啦。咁啊3個原因啦，得嘅話點解呢個方法可以吸引到人去啦？唔得嘅話點解3個原因係吸引唔到人去啦？咁啊其實就應該吸引到好寫字嘅我估，咁啊睇下篇範文點樣講啦。好 ，Broadcast recorded drama performances. Does it really help to promote stage plays? By Chris Wong。咁啊應該 feature article 應該係有個 title 同埋有個 byline 啦。OK， 咁非常之好啦。 Romeo and Juliet, Wicked, Phantom of the Opera. These are some of the theatrical classics I'm sure you have at least heard of. 咁啊，又係用一啲好出名嘅一啲例子去引入呢個文章啦。OK。However, not many of us have the luxury to have watched live performances of these plays, which are mostly staged abroad. Even when the rare opportunities come that these plays are staged in Hong Kong, only a handful of people manage to get tickets for the shows. The Hong Kong Academy for Performing Arts (HKAPA) recently seeks to eliminate this kind of frustration by setting up a new YouTube channel that shows video recordings of live drama performances from theaters all over the world. The idea of accessing countless Broadway or Shakespeare classics without ever leaving home is itself tempting. However, having watched one of these recordings on the channel, I am of the view that this is not the best way to attract more people to watch stage plays. OK， 咁啊，佢就話啊有應題啦，因為佢有睇過呢啲嘅recording 啦，咁佢就話呢個係一個唔好嘅方法嚟嘅。咁 OK。好，咁啊，即係3個唔好嘅原因啦。OK， 咁啊，邊3個唔好嘅原因呢？第一，好貴啊。The first shortcoming of showing video recordings of drama performances is that it's very costly. In order to make a good video of a stage play, you need multiple cameras to capture the scenes from different angles for post-production. Lighting and sound would also have to be specifically adapted and designed for videos, as what you hear in a theater with built-in acoustics will be drastically different when it's actually recorded electronically. This means a big team will have to be responsible for video recording and editing, which can cost a great deal of money, and this has yet to take into account of the extra expenditure for promoting and distribution of the video recording. The HKAPA, being the one who requests that drama performances are recorded and also the one that buys the license for broadcasting the video recordings, have therefore to bear these hefty sums. As a result, such practice is likely to be unsustainable in light of the high costs involved in the production and replaying of these video recordings, which for sure outweigh the benefits brought by making stage plays available online and hence more accessible for free, however well intended it is. 咁啊，非常之好啦，講呢個設備嘅貴啦，係咪先？你要錄影啦，你要收音啦，你要燈光啦，然後你要人剪片啦。跟住你要 promote 啲片啦，然後你仲要俾翻錢嗰啲演員喎，因為人哋上網每播一次你要收翻你版稅嘅喎，係咪先？咁啊好貴啦，唔襟，即係呢個 idea 係原意係好嘅，但係其實咧係唔係好 sustainable 咯，唔係持續得到咯。The next problem with video recordings of stage plays is that film performances make live stage plays less attractive to the public than they actually are。即係咧睇嗰啲錄影嗰啲嘅話劇咧，令到真實人扮嘅話劇咧冇咁吸引啊。Even if the best recording equipment is used and the best crew is employed for its production, a video recorded performance can never replicate the tension, suspense and interaction which the theatre goer can personally experience in the theatre. OK， 即係有啲張力啊，有啲懸疑啊，有啲互動性啊，呢啲嘅元素咧，其實係睇錄影咧係攞走晒嘅，咁呢個係真嘅。Moreover, everything is more intense at the theatre as audience do not get the option of taking a break to escape from oppressive emotions, and you will not be able to get the same excitement and catharsis by watching videos online, an experience you completely control. 咁啊，即係咧，你睇一啲真人嘅話劇嘅時候咧，你唔可以話我停，我要去廁所，我覺得太激動啦，我要去飲杯水先唔得噶嘛。咁你真實嘅話劇咧，你要但你睇片就唔同啦，睇片你就要我要停，我聽日再翻嚟睇，我下個禮拜再翻嚟睇都得，咁啊個緊張嗰個效果就冇咗啦。OK， all these make a video recorded stage plays less captivating than a live performance. Even though members of the public may have the benefits of watching drama shows at their own leisure, they will never realize the true level of attractiveness of live drama performances. 好啦，跟住駁論啦。OK。Advocates suggest that showing video recordings of drama performances online increases the general public's exposure to stage plays, and hence arouse their enthusiasm in visiting the theatres for these dramas. This, to me, is an overly optimistic view， 即係咧過於樂觀啦呢一個嘅睇法。 People will have less incentive to purchase tickets to go and see a drama performance in the theater when videos of the shows they want to watch will be made available online anyway. In essence, the practice of putting drama videos online is likely to cannibalize the ticket sales at the theater, which can be counterproductive to the original goal of promoting stage plays performances in the theater. 咁啊，即係咧，其實咧，係冇錯。如果你擺啲話劇嗰啲片咧上網咧，係令到人更加有興趣，不過更加有興趣上網睇咯，唔係更加有興趣俾錢去真金白銀去睇呢 show 咯。咁啊，令到本身個 sales 已經慘淡啦，更加差。OK， 咁呢個 point 係 OK 嘅。To conclude, video recording of stage plays allow this type of performing arts to reach a larger audience, but they are costly and are unable to do justice to the actors and the shows. OK， 好貴啊，同埋對嗰啲演員同埋嗰啲話劇唔公平。When it comes to promoting interest in drama performances, perhaps it's better for us to go back to the basics by offering discounts on tickets and carrying out outreach programs with local schools so as to attract potential theatre goers and arouse students' interest in drama performances when they are young. 咁啊，佢有啲反建議啦。咁與其你嘥咁多錢，擺啲片上網，不如你就做一啲由底層入手啦，係咪先？減價啦。去做一啲外展嘅計劃啦，同啲學生講話睇話劇好正㗎，咁啊啲小朋友細個俾你某程度上洗腦啦，咁啊大個就覺得哇正啊，我第時唔去睇電影啦，我要去睇話劇咁樣，咁 OK 嘅 ，OK 就係咁啦。好，咁啊第8條 Poems and Songs。咁啊，呢一個咧，其實就話係 poem and songs 啦，其實都見到都幾多本身唔係讀緊 poems and songs 嘅人去揀呢個題目嘅。咁不過咧，其實你會見到你有 poems and songs 嘅背景咧，其實你係寫呢個題目嘅 content 咧係好多。咁點解咧？咁啊解釋下啦，讀一條題目先。Poetry House is offering a scholarship for 10 young writers to attend their summer poetry workshop。咁啊有一個嘅poetry house 啦，咁你當一個 school 咁樣啦，咁佢有個 scholarship 有個獎金，就得10個人咧就去報呢個 summer poetry workshop。The workshop will promote the art and craft of poetry in a creative environment, and participants will have a chance to discuss their work with guest poets from around the world。咁啊呢個 workshop 你有啲乜嘢做先？第一就係你可以去討論佢作品，同一啲嘉賓啦，私人嘅嘉賓啦 ，from around the world 啦。咁呢啲就可能係一啲好處啦，係咪先 ？Write an application letter。咁當年咧係有啲學生咧揀完之後咧，你唔知道 application letter 係解乜嘢嘅 ？application letter 係解申請信啊。OK， 咁啊申請信又有啲呢一個係個 formal letter 嚟嘅，有啲 language 你要 pay attention to 嘅。OK， 唔係淨係就咁求其寫封信係 OK 嘅，你有啲某啲字咧係需要用嘅。OK。Explaining your interest in poetry and why you should be selected to take part in this workshop。咁啊，你解釋下點解你對詩歌嘅興趣啦。咁呢一 part 就係頭先我所講嘅話點解你一定要對 poetry 有啲認識，你先可以去揀呢個題目啦。就係你要解釋你對詩歌有咩興趣，然後你連嗰啲詩歌嗰啲 terms 都唔識用，你連嗰啲邊啲詩人出名又唔識嘅，然後你又噏唔出嘅，咁其實你解釋唔到點解你咁熱愛 poetry 嘅喎，係咪先？咁啊，第二就係 why you should be selected to take part in this workshop 啦。咁因為其中一個目的係一個 guest poet 啊嘛，咁你識唔識有啲乜嘢而家在世嘅 poet， 你係中意噏得出佢哋嘅詩嘅名嘅，可能你都噏唔出啦，係咪先？你又識乜嘢啊？識 Shakespeare 都唔係一個 poet。對唔住 ，Shakespeare 佢有寫詩嘅，但係佢死咗啊嘛。咁你講 Shakespeare 有咩用咧？你點同佢討論咧？你喺個墳墓度同佢討論咩？係咪先？即係你連啲在世嘅 poet 你都唔識嘅話，咁你答呢個題目真係貽笑大方啦，笑彈你個口真係。咁啊，不過都有啲學生寫得好嘅。咁啊，呢篇範文就可以解釋到點解你要做啲乜嘢先可以做到篇好嘅作文啦，係咪先？好。Dear Sir or Madam， 咁因為你要寫俾 Poetry House 啊嘛，但你唔知寫俾 Poetry House 嘅邊個啊？寫俾 Poetry House 嘅老細啊，定係 manager 啊，定邊個？咁唔識唔緊要， DSE mindmap 就 OK 啦。Re scholarship application for the summer poetry workshop， 咁呢啲就係一啲你要識嘅嘢咯 ，title 咯要 OK。application for 乜嘢嘢啊 OK， 咁啊 I am writing to apply for the scholarship for the summer poetry workshop organized by Poetry Workshop in August 2018. I am a Form 6 student at Hong Kong Secondary School. Ever since I was in primary school, I have been allured by the beauty of poetry and have always enjoyed reading poems and verses by different poets. 嗱 verses 你又唔識啦，係咪啊？Knowing that the Summer Poetry Workshop offers a golden opportunity for youngsters aspiring to hone their poetic skills and knowledge in a creative setting, I am prepared to take up this challenge and immerse myself in the world of poetry this summer. Okay. One of the reasons accounting for my interest in poetry is that I am deeply impressed by how sustained, flexible, yet intriguing a poet or verse can be. 即係咧，佢係篇詩咧可以好簡短啦。好彈性啦，即係佢個多變度好大啦，令到好引人哋思考嘅。OK。Many poetry works play on words and sound， 即係佢係玩字啦、玩聲啦 ，which can flow in a piece of poetry that has no more than 3 lines or 4。嗱，一句係 lines 啦。咁有啲未讀過 English 嘅學生連一句係 lines 都唔識啦，佢就 sentences 呢啲真係笑彈你個口啊！真係。The poet's ability to describe and express so many solid images and sound emotions in such a few words, and to create suspense out of often a line or two, just to burst it open in the next is simply amazing to me 嗱。佢嗰句嘢，佢斬開一半。OK， 然後喺下一句揭曉，咁呢啲又係你有啲對於 poems 有認識，你先答得出㗎嘛，係咪 ？The fact that poetry comes in many different forms, free verses, sonnets, vignettes, prose and many more， 呢啲全部啲詩唔同嘅色係咪啊？咁你中文都會有唔同嘅色啦，係咪咩韻啊？係啊，咩五行唔知咩詩啊，我唔記得晒啲 term 啦。咁你中文都有，英文都有嘛？你唔識。係咪啊 ？Is the icing on the cake. The genre is never set in stone, which allows considerable room of creativity for writers to play with words. I like the analogy that reading poetry is like watching water flowing in the river. The fluidity in text is never boring. OK， 好似流水咁樣，好靚嘅，因為個形狀係永遠多變嘅。OK。好，第二個原因。Poetry is appealing also because it's a universal language， 係一個國際語言嚟嘅。OK， To me, great poetry is not only about the ability to string together flowery phrases or to say something is so nonsensical that it sounds poetic and intelligent only to the ignorant, but it's something that can be understood by anyone who reads it. The most interesting part of reading poetry is that with such minimal writing, the words can mean anything.It depends on how the readers interpret the text. OK， 咁啊呢個又係啦。詩嘅一個其中一個最令人着迷嘅地方就係佢好有時咧係有啲含糊㗎。你係讀者係有唔同讀者有唔同嘅解讀㗎。OK。As a result, poetry is relatable to a much larger audience. More importantly,Poetry is beautiful because it's created with the most attentive instances of our minds, which means that the emotions in poetry go deeper and are more brought out. It is no exaggeration that poetry feeds my soul in a way that no other art form does. OK， 好啦，咁啊講完點解你咁中意 poetry 之後咧，人哋就講點解人哋要揀你啦。OK， 人哋要俾獎金，得10個人，咁點解要揀你啊？可能世界各地啲人爭緊嘅喎，你有咩咁好啊 ？OK。或者點解個 program 咁適合你啊？咁呢一個就係香港學生做得唔好嘅地方啦，就係你一味講話你咁中意個 program， 咁點解個 program 適合你咧？點解個 scholarship 要揀你啊？咁多個人錢嚟嘅喎，點解你要俾錢你啊 ？OK。I believe that I'm a suitable candidate to participate in a summer poetry workshop。呢嘢都好 typical 嘅 phrase 啦。I believe that I'm a suitable candidate。我相信我係一個合適嘅候選人。As for my credentials。 I've taken part in various poetry competitions in Hong Kong. In particular, I was the finalist of the Hong Kong Budding Poets Awards in 2016 and a shortlisted candidate for the Hong Kong Young Writers Award 2017。咁啊，其中一個令到人哋覺得你係一個好嘅人，咪就係你話你贏過咩獎啊，讀過啲咩書啊，然後你即係啲相關嘅經驗咯。OK，咁啊佢好威啦，係咪啊？就係finalist 啦，係咪啊？就係入到決賽啦，呢個 Budding Poets Award 啦，係咪有 shortlisted candidate 啦？就係佢俾人哋提名啦，係咪啊？In fact, it is my firm intention to study English literature at the University of Hong Kong after I graduate from secondary school. And the workshop will be a great chance to equip myself with the necessary hard and soft skills on poetry before I enter university. 咁呢個係好嘅理由啦，就係佢第時都想讀英國文學咯。咁你讀呢個 workshop 可以準備好未來讀書咯。咁呢啲係一啲大人好中意聽嘅嘢咯。OK， 即係你對未來有啲願景嘅有計劃啊咁樣啊。咁啊，另外個 program 點樣咁適合佢咧？ I know that there will be occasions during the workshop where I can discuss my work with poets all over the world, such as Sherman Alexie, Rupi Kaur, and Morgan Parker。 咁呢啲你識唔識啊？其實你識唔識佢哋乜水啊？知唔知？其實佢哋好出名嘅，知唔知啊？嚇！The workshop thus offers an exciting opportunity for me to have face-to-face interaction with these renowned poets and discuss my previous poetry works, which I have compiled as a portfolio。 咁啊，好好啦，你可以同一啲你自己好中意嘅當值作家去傾偈啦，仲可以同佢哋仲可以俾意見你咧，話點樣改善你自己嘅 poem 啦咁樣樣。咁啊，在於呢一個嘅大型嘅角度嚟講咧，就好識去利用呢一個 program 俾到你嘅嘢去裝備你自己啦，係咪啊？好。I also learned that during the summer poetry workshop, participants will leave the classroom to learn about poetry outdoors interactively through field trips and sections at the promenade parks in Hong Kong. This arrangement fits my interests perfectly, as my favorite pastime is to go outdoors and sit on the grass on a sunny day to gather insights and ideas from a poetry workshop. Poetry work 咁好啦。原來咧有啲 field trips 啊，有啲去下郊外地方吸收下靈感㗎。我最中意嘅，因為我平時都中意做呢啲㗎，吹水啫嘛，係咪啊？冇人講嗰個 workshop 有啲咩做嘅，咁你呢個加啲 details 上去，咁個 marker 咪覺得哇好啊正啊 OK。 I therefore hold a firm belief that the workshop will be a splendid fit for both my capabilities and interests. I would be more than grateful if an interview opportunity is offered. OK， 嗱呢啲係好正嘅句子啦。OK， Thank you very much for your consideration. I look forward to your favourable reply。 咁啊，呢啲又係一啲好經典嘅求職申請信嘅下款啦。OK， 最尾嗰段啦，我希望有面試嘅機會啦。多謝考慮我嘅申請啦，同埋我希望得到你正面嘅回覆，即係想你俾個面試機會我咯咁樣樣。咁啊，總體嚟講呢篇文啊寫得好大方得體啦，同埋都好答得到一個大人想見到嘅嘢。OK， 咁所以呢一個咧係個上佳之作嚟嘅。咁啊，當然唔係個個中學生都有機會去申請一啲助金啊，或者去報一啲嘢啦。咁啊，希望如果第時真係 DSE 出正呢個求職信嘅話，你就可以考慮下用一啲字去表達你對嗰份工作或者個 scholarship 嘅興趣啦。OK。好，下一條。好，咁啊，唔經唔覺咧，就嚟到最尾嗰條啦，就係呢個 short stories。咁咧又係嗰句啦，你本身冇讀開啲 English 啊，你中學冇讀過 English 嘅話咧，就真係強烈唔建議你揀 short stories 啦。即係你連咩係 plot structure 啊、plot mountain 啊，你連啲 different genres 係乜嘢都唔識嘅話咧，你去寫 short story， 你寫啲小學 BB 級嗰啲四格漫畫嗰啲 short story 咧嘅 level 嘅話咧，你係一定會唔合格嘅，同埋你會笑大人個口嘅。OK， 好，咁啊，假設你真係對於呢個 English 有興趣 OK。咁啊，又或者你平時睇好多書嘅，又或者你真係想你覺得你自己有能力應付駕馭呢個題目嘅話 OK， 咁我哋嚟分析一下題目啦。Imagine you are a pet bird in a cage. One day your owner left your bird cage open. Write a stories from the bird's point of view 啦。咁當年咧，咁啊有老師反映啦，有啲好弱嘅學生咧就走去揀呢條題目。 但係其實咧根本就唔明白咩叫 the bird's point of view， 即係由呢個雀仔嘅角度出發啊！即係你係一個雀仔 ，I am a bird 啊，明唔明白啊？即係有當年有啲勁弱嘅考生咧，就走去作話 once upon a time there was a bird， and that's the owner forgot to close the door of the cage 咁樣，咁啊完全錯晒啦！你是一隻雀仔 ，OK？ 你是一隻小鳥，你個主人唔記得咗閂個籠，咁你可以飛出去，咁你要寫個故事啦。咁留意佢係叫你寫個 story 啦。咁啊個 story 應該係有開頭、有中間、有高潮。OK， 高潮電起跌落嚟，結尾咁樣啦。咁啊係啦，咁啊睇下嗰個故事寫成點啦。OK。首先留意啊，如果你個故事咧，你唔係寫話 I am a bird 咧，即係你係咁講一個 stories 嘅話咧，你都預空安吉兆應該都唔合格㗎啦。OK， 咁不過正常啲學生應該係識 the bird's point of view 嘅。OK， 好，咁啊睇下呢個範文係點樣講啦。OK，a short getaway， 即係一個好短暫嘅旅行啦。OK， 呢一個嘅short story 個名，咁啊留意 short story 咧應該係有個 title 嘅。OK，What is it? I patrol to and fro in front of the hole。OK， 咁啊留意咧，佢一開始已經係用嗌啦，跟住然後就係行嚟行去啦，喺嗰個窿嘅前面啦。It is quite a big hole, quite different from those normal-sized window gates spreading all over my house wall。咁啊，原來對個雀仔嚟講咧，個籠係個屋嚟㗎啦。Inside that hole, I see my daddy's favorite dining table, with dishes unwashed after his rush breakfast this morning。咁啊，佢叫佢主人做爹哋啦。OK，I know he was in a rush because he neither said good morning to me when he sat down beside the table nor kissed me goodbye before he went out. He does that every day, but not today。OK， 嗱，有啲懸疑啦。OK， 咁啊呢個故事咧就開得非常之好啦。第一，佢好 visually 咁樣營咗個場景啦。OK， 佢望出去。佢望到一個窿係比平時嗰啲窗口更加大嘅，咁當然各位考生你都知道，嗰啲唔係真窿嚟啦，嗰啲係嗰啲籠嗰啲格一格格好細格嗰啲啦，根本就唔係個 Windows 啦。咁但係好得意啦，你從一個雀仔角度，咁嗰啲就係窗嚟㗎啦。OK， 咁啊對個雀仔嚟講，咁個樣你個主人咪你爹哋咯。OK， 咁你個真嘅爹哋都可能死咗啦，係咪？咁啊爹哋養你喎，咁啊爹哋會講 good morning 啊，爹哋會講會錫你啊，走嗰時咁啊可能都係真嘅，咁有啲人真係好似雀仔㗎嘛，係咪？好啦 ，He does that every day, but not today。咁啊有啲懸疑啦。OK， 一開始點解咧 ？It is also because he forgot a thing called courtesy when he threw pellets into my plate. Breakfast should be more nicely presented, I guess. Yet I would forgive him, because I know he's a nice daddy working so hard to earn money and feed me. This is not an important issue now, though. I mean, what is that hole? It is familiar somehow. I know I've seen it before, but I can neither remember when did that hole ever appear in my life, nor recall the exact name of it. That seems to be a word starting with D, but the name is not my concern anyway. Door, okay? I try to trace my memory while touring my house. At one point, a scene pops up in my brain. That hole usually appears with my daddy's hand when he uses his hand as my cruise to his warm, round shoulders, my favorite islands。 嗱，咁對於嗰個雀仔嚟講咧，佢個主人嗰個膊頭咧就係佢個島嚟㗎啦，幾搞笑。Because my focus is always on the cruise, I almost forget the hole is where the cruise always comes from。 OK， 咁啊 cruise 就係佢爸爸隻手啊，佢主人隻手啊，成日講到埋爸爸添。OK。咁啊嗰個遊輪啊，就係佢爸爸隻手啦。OK，I love traveling. My footsteps have reached further and further on the world map. My last trip was to my daddy's piano. OK， 原來咧係一個 trip 嚟嘅。OK， 旅行啊。Guess what? It's up to 10 meters from my place。原來行10米對佢嚟講就係一個旅行嚟㗎啦。OK， 哇慳好多錢啊香港人。I'm still ambitious. I aim to travel to the room at the far end of the corridor for my next destination。原來佢下一個目標咧就係佢想去到嗰個走廊嘅最遠嘅地方，就係佢個旅行嚟㗎啦。I look at the hole again. I suddenly realize that it's a chance to go on an impromptu trip, but soon I become worried. How can I get to the destination without Daddy's hand? OK 冇爸爸隻手我點樣出去個窿呢 Fred the clownfish reads my mind. He lives in a huge glass palace a meter away from my place. Seeing me hesitate in front of the hole, he decides to give me a friendly reminder. You are a bird and you've got wings, he whispered. 咁突然間有個新嘅角色出現啦，就係呢個 Fred 就條魚就同佢講話，喂，你有翼喎，你識飛嘅喎 ，OK？ Yes, I've got wings. I must admit that I am to a certain extent spoiled. OK， 佢縱壞咗啊 ，that I'm often too lazy to fly. I seldom use my wings for long flights, and I have got used to Daddy's transport that I nearly forgot that they would be really helpful in bringing me to different destinations. So I've decided to grab this chance to go on a vacation. It might be a short one because Mommy would return home very soon from the supermarket. I suppose 我原來仲有個媽咪嘅 ，OK， 有個媽咪。Mommy is less permissive because he hates my feathers. I carefully tiptoe and take a deep breath, then spread my wings and fly over the horizon. The sky is white with a luxurious pendant light hanging at the center. 嗱，對佢嚟講咧，個屋企個客廳咧嗰個燈咧已經係個 sky 啦。OK。Daddy has never taught me how it works, but I think it is what people call the moon because it lights up at night. 咁佢話原來咧係個月亮嚟嘅，個燈係月亮，因為咧夜晚先會開着嘅啫。咁留意呢一個係個好真實嘅情景咧，因為個雀仔唔識咩燈啊嘛。OK。The flight is not easy at the beginning. It takes me some time to familiarize myself with flying and hovering. I've made eventually, for sure. I'm quite confident in my inborn talents. The flights are much shorter than I imagined. I realize that the world is not as big as people usually describe. OK， 佢話佢意識到咧，原來個世界咧都唔係好大嘅啫。咁梗係啦，你揾咗喺個300尺嘅單位度，咁梗係細啦。OK， 咁呢個係一個即係你喺一個雀仔嘅角度咧就好搞笑，即係好合理嘅事啦。但係你作為人類讀呢篇嘢就好會心微笑啦。OK。I fly directly to the end of the corridor, where a mysterious country stands. 有個國家出現喎。The room is painted pink, with a few soft cushions lying on the floor mat. The bed at the center of the room is really huge. I reckon it is 12 times the size of my house. Probably just fit for a human baby size. 原來佢都知道原來係個 baby 瞓嘅。This seems to be a new room, as the smell of the new wall paint is still strong. This country is not as interesting as I imagined. I prefer Daddy's piano, even though earthquakes are frequent when Daddy's playing it. 原來有地震嘅。今日其實唔係地震啦，即係佢彈鋼琴嘅時候，嗰啲鍵盤、嗰啲鋼琴嗰啲鍵咪上落嘅，咁原來係對佢嚟講係個地震嚟嘅。OK。Then I think of the kitchen. It's where we pets are usually prohibited to visit. The smell of smoke usually comes from there. Perhaps war is taking place there. 打仗。So Daddy wants to protect us from being hurt. However, now in a realization that I am on an adventure without anybody's supervision, 係一個歷險啊。My curiosity grows stronger and stronger. Why not pay a short visit? I would just have a glimpse then return home. Soon I arrive at the kitchen and land on the rooftop of a tall building. Rooftop 係一個高嘅建築物嘅天花板。I can feel coolness coming from the bottom， 即係個雪櫃啦。I remember this is the building where Daddy usually takes his eggs and hams from. Is this what people usually address as the pole? 係個南極。Oh, I'm so proud to step on this icy land in my life. 對佢嚟講，原來個雪櫃就係個南極。OK， 定個北極。OK。Suddenly, I heard a loud bark. It is Bobby the dog. OK， 有個新嘅角色又介紹入嚟啦，叫 Bobby the dog。My greatest enemy who always wants to grab me from my house。留意啦，因為呢個故事咧作到應該差唔多高潮㗎啦。OK， 咁要完啦呢個故事，咁有個高潮位啦。咁好多時咧，一啲本身唔係讀開 English 嘅學生，或者本身唔係讀好多書嘅作家嘅學生咧，就忽略咗呢樣嘢。你作呢成篇故仔咧，都好平平無奇。你忘記一樣嘢咧，就係你做個故仔咧，應該係有個高潮位嘅。你冇高潮位咧，成篇嘢咧係冇呢個高低位嘅話咧，成篇嘢係唔會係高分嘅，合格都有難度嘅其實。OK， 好啦，My greatest enemy who always wants to grab me from my house. I look around to find the source of that bark. Bobby is right on the ground floor beside the building where I'm standing. Bobby barks exceptionally fiercely at me when Daddy is absent. Now he even tried to climb on this building. His weight has shaken the building several times that I think I almost died from a severe collapse. OK， 嗰隻狗太重啊！哇，佢咧搖嗰個雪櫃咧搖到好似地震咁樣啦，爭啲死咗啊！I spread my wings again and immediately returned to my lovely home hung beside the balcony. 哦，原來喺嗰個露台側邊嗰度掛住佢個籠。I'm safe again. I realized that the world is too dangerous to travel on my own. Home is always the most comfortable place for me. My good daddy serves me good food and abundant water here, and I always enjoy a 360 degrees view through my house windows. Where else can I find such a great satisfaction? 原來對佢嚟講咧，呢一個咧就係呢一個嘅嗰個叫做道理嘅地方啊！哦，原來咧屋企係最舒服㗎。佢係有嘢食啦，有水飲啦，又可以360度啦，都可以望窗啦。咁樣雖然佢屋係細到喊啦，係咪？咁 Where else can I find such a great satisfaction? Cool winds come in from the big hole. Mommy has returned home and turned on the fan. I hope she will help me close that hole soon so that I can feel less cold. 咁係一個好合理嘅一個結局啦，就係佢翻返去個籠嗰度，咁啊佢嘅主人嘅老婆都未發現到嗰個窿係個門未閂啦，係啊，咁啊佢希望媽媽閂翻個窿啦，咁樣，咁啊閂翻道門啦，所以佢就覺得冇咁凍啦，咁樣。咁啊呢篇嘢咧好在邊度咧？其實佢係好在咧，嗰個題目嘅重點係 from a bird's point of view 嘛，係從雀仔角度出發啊嘛。咁佢好有想像力啦，從一個雀仔嘅角度出發咧，去諗屋企每一樣嘅事物咧，對雀仔嚟講會係乜嘢啦？例如主人就係 daddy 啦，佢個籠就係 house 啦，佢嘅爸爸佢嘅主人嘅身體就係一個島啦，佢爸爸佢主人嘅手就係一個遊輪啦，佢飛出去就係一個旅行啦。咁啊，然後就有其他角色啦，例如有個主就叫 Fred 啦，有隻狗就叫 Bobby 啦，咁嘅樣啦，係咪啊？咁啊，媽媽就憎佢啦，係咪啊？咁啊，個天空就好藍嘅，個天空即係佢個天花板啦。咁啊，然後佢個燈就係嗰個月亮啦。然後嗰個有個世界就唔好大啦，其實個世界只係個單位啦。咁啊，有個國家啦，國家其實就係個 BB 個房啦。咁啊，然後嗰個彈鋼琴嘅時候震就係個地震啦。咁啊，原來咧廚房有煙就打仗啦。咁啊，然後個雪櫃就係一個好高嘅一個building啦。原來係北極嚟嘅對佢嚟講。OK， 咁啊，然後就個籠就係佢嘅屋企啦。咁樣即係成件事從一個雀仔角度出發咧，成件事係好合理嘅。咁啊，當然係一個要開個好高超嘅一個人先做得出咁好嘅 short story 啦。所以咧。我建議咧就係如果你本身自己對於文學素養唔係好高，或者本身唔係讀好多故事書嘅話咧，就盡量避免揀呢個題目啦。如果唔係嘅話咧，你會好蝕底嘅。OK， 咁啊今日嘅片就係咁樣樣嚟呢度啦。咁啊希望大家咧就重新翻次作文嘅要訣係乜嘢咧？第一就係咧你要分析翻嗰條題目嘅 keywords， 佢有幾多 part， 你係答幾多 part？多數咧。佢如果淨係叫你討論呢啲原因嘅話咧，咁你預3段啦 ，OK？ 咁啊留意翻每一個嘅 text type， 佢需要啲乜嘢嘅字眼，而你識唔識嗰啲字眼啦？即係例如求職信、申請信嘅字眼你識唔識咧？又或者家長信嘅字眼你識唔識咧？又或者你真係咁不幸出一篇 report 啊或者 proposal 呢啲字眼識唔識咧？咁樣係啦，咁啊今日嘅影片就係咁啦。希望幫到準備緊 DSE 嘅各位。